Okay, let me set this up. Hold on. This is how I know I'm streaming. I have to look at myself on YouTube.
Yep.
And
I think you gotta do it.
that's the only way. That's the only way I know I'm live. Oh, damn. Yep, we're good. All right, cool. Turn the volume down. Let me double check.
Checker.
Yeah, I'm just doing this. How I double check what's going on, y'all. Go ahead, talk.
Check. What's up? Check. Hey, mic check. We out here. Is it pretty low?
A little low.
Turn your volume up.
Yeah,
all
I'm
the
gonna
way?
turn. Yeah, let me turn channel 2. What up, y'all? We just getting everything settled up in here. Give me 1 second. Yeah, turn the volume up on your channel.
Is yours loud?
Mine's is fine. Mine's is always like set.
Check.
Yep, there you go. We're good.
Check.
All right, we're
Is
super
the main
good.
volume good?
Yep, we're good. All right, Coolio like Julio Iglesias. Okay, let's get this popping here. What's going on? Get this out the way. All right. Uh, what's up, y'all? 2Mex TV live on YouTube and Twitch. This is a special. This isn't the podcast. This is actually, well, it's a podcast, but this is actually a impromptu interview. So shout out to everybody that's gonna be in the chat room. I'll definitely pick up. I'll start looking at the phone in a second to anybody that comes across this. But this is actually meant to just record and for future views. So I once again 2Mex live on TV, timing on whatever YouTube and Twitch. Thank you for joining us. If you're lucky enough, and I mean lucky enough to catch us, hopefully you'll probably catch a replay. But if you're lucky enough to catch us live, this is a special moment. I'd like to welcome my guest, the first interview I've had on this new station. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my friend E-Turn.
What's up?
What's poppin'? Man, you're from Florida, right?
Yep. Orlando.
And
Florida.
yeah, and I'm super duper super excited. For those that don't know, E-Turn is an incredibly talented artist that I've been lucky enough to see perform live a couple times. I think I met you at South by Southwest years ago, and I was mad impressed, and just obviously we're gonna kick off a real interview, and I'm very excited because I don't super know you, like super duper know you, and then this is gonna be my chance to have all the questions I've always wanted answered. But give just right off the top, give people a synopsis of who you are, where you're from, and the kind of stuff that the art that you pursue.
So I go by E-Turn. It's like U-turn, but with an E-turn. I used to go by Eternity back in the day. Got that rap name when I was like in middle school when I first started rapping. Music's always been a huge part of my life. I've been a singer for as long as I can remember and always wanted to be a singer. And then started rapping in middle school, and I'm an MC, vocalist. I do some voiceover work as well. And yeah, based in Orlando, Florida. Came up with my mentor, Swanberger. He's produced my 3 albums that exist. And yeah.
And Swam is from a really a group also too that, I mean, can you break Soliloquist of Sound, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you this once again. I have another group that incredible group.
So
I think I saw them play some 15 years back, and they blew my mind. Like they were. So I mean, sick. They were so fucking sick. For those that don't know, you know how we're always promoting Cuddy obscure hip hop, dude. Soliloquists of Sound are very, I mean, ridiculous to me. As dope a band as the Roots on a whole nother level.
Yeah.
On a whole nother, and that's saying a lot because to me the Roots are kind of like one of the ultimate hip hop band, and next to Stetsasonic. But dude, Soliloquist of Sound,
one
whether
of the best live shows ever.
Yeah, definitely. And at one point weren't they? Did they tour with Sage Francis once?
Yeah, they toured with Sage. Yep.
I remember that. I think that's one of the when I was kind of like coming up and I would randomly hear about them. I was like, man, these dudes are super duper dope. You know what I'm saying? And we both, I guess, have ties. Like you were talking about B Dolan, right?
Yeah.
And we both have ties. B Dolan was even though my album was I had a short-lived relationship with Strange Famous. B Dolan was the reason that I was on Strange Famous in the first place.
Nice.
So shout out to him.
Yeah, that's kind of a newer relationship. He hit me up recently and was like, "Yo, I'm so sorry I was sleeping on your music. You're great," and then asked me to be on this upcoming show. But I did a show with Epic Beardmen a few years back in Orlando, and that's where we first met. But then very recently, he kind of really got put onto my music, and that's yeah.
And I think that's and you know, B Dolan's a dope MC. I'm gonna tell you this: any dope MC that gets exposed to your music at some point pretty much is like, I kind of need to get to know you. Like, you want to do something. You know what I mean? Yeah. She's in town. We're blessed to have her in town for a couple of days, seeing family and doing some stuff. And honestly, I wish there's gonna be a 2Mex T.V song at some point. But like, I honestly wish I could knock one out while you were here. But that's why I was like, let's do this podcast. You know what I mean?
I'm happy to be here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm a big fan, and if anything I can do to expose the people that follow me, my loyal, what's up to my 2Mex TV people. I'm about to check the chat room. I know I haven't looked yet, but I already know who's in here because I already know. You know, I already know who's in here. I don't even got to say nothing. I'm just going to look and just be like, I'm just going to look and see. We have some new people. We have Eddie. What up, Eddie? Richard. Huerta. What's up? Xander. What's going on? Jason Sandoval. Check. Always checking in. Closter Kookie. We got a couple of the every morning 2Mex TV people that join us every morning. What up, Eddie Mike? What's going on? He said mic volume is low. Oh yeah. Oh, he said volume is low on me or her. Oh, see, we'll get. Well, you know what? We might have to. Yeah. No, I think my volume is cool. Are we good? Let's get this worked out. Bruce Banner, what up? Bruce Banner was just at my house, look, taking these packs. What's propping, Bruce? Hey, is she low? Anybody?
Both low? Am I just
her
low?
mic is low. Okay.
Let me try to turn it up.
Yeah, we're gonna try to turn it up. If not, we're gonna pass the mic old school style, like if we're doing a show. Cause you know what? As underground MCs.
Check. Is that better?
Yeah. Can you guys let me know? They're about to let me know. Baby J was cracking. Dude, Baby J was here, but you're probably in the whip. I gotta see how tall you are next time. Cause last time you and your dad came. I forgot how tall your dad is. If you guys don't know, Bruce Banner's a giant. Better. Okay, better.
All
right, we're good. No, I think we're good now.
All right, let us know.
Yeah, what's up to Jason? Shout out to Butt Salad. Is Butt Salad in here? We have a dude named Butt Salad that joins us.
Or Bud?
No, Butt Salad, like Butt. Eddie Better. Eddie Better. That's pretty clever. Yeah, Eddie Better. Okay, he said we're good. Mike on E-Turn. Is her mic better? Let's see.
Yo, can y'all hear me all right? Yeah. Check.
I mean, you coming in loud on the headphones. That's why I think we're good. So I think we're good.
All right, cool.
It said the camera. Stop complaining. You don't fuck what I look like. I
like,
moved the fucking
where your
camera.
Face at?
I moved the camera to see her face, bro. Come on, bro. You see me every day, bro. You already know what I look like. My fucking logo's on the side right there. Come on, G. Okay, it said her mic is good. All right, that's all I need to know.
All right.
All right, so we're good. All right, so now we're gonna continue. So y'all, before so just hang on tough. Enjoy this interview. Nice. It's good now. Mike Hex, what up, Mike Hex? All the 2Mex TV people are checking in. Word up, much love. Okay, so back to you. You know, you're from Florida. Like I said, you're associated with Soliloquists of Sound, which to me is a big deal. I'm a big fan. How did you? I mean, I really want to get in depth, and I know there's like 2 or 3 questions that we kind of always got to get out of the way.
Okay.
And it sucks from every fucking interview that we all do. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But seriously, like, what made you fall in love with hip hop? Like, what's your memory of, like, you know, I don't know how old you are. What's your memory of, like, what's the first thing that got you?
So
especially in Florida, you know.
Grew up in the 90s, and so I have an older brother who has, you know, rapped at some point and was into hip hop. So he's kind of the one I would say is responsible for getting me into more I don't like using this term anymore, the real hip hop. But, you know, like, I was listening to whatever was on the radio at some point. I mean, I grew up in the 90s where it was just like, that's what it was, you know, like hip hop, like Tupac and Biggie and Nas and Wu-Tang and all this stuff. But my brother was the one that started opening my mind to more stuff like the Wu-Tang and like Tribe and I grew up listening to Outkast, but I think one of the people that kind of really sparked my desire to like start rapping was Nas.
A perfect MC in my, like
Yeah,
his flow is the archetype type
totally.
type in the pocket. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
and
It's
that like boom bap, just like because I grew up in Florida, and like that's basically where I've lived my whole life. I lived in New York for a little bit, but I'm basically from Florida, and so he's the one that really got me into that
and that
New
imagine
York rap.
that's a great arc. If you're, you know what I mean? Like what a great
Totally.
study to, because he's really like, I honestly feel like Nas. And have you ever heard that song by Gangstar, the Soliloquy of Chaos?
Mm-hmm.
I think those are. I mean, Nas, Illmatic, or certain songs like Halftime or whatever.
Oh,
Perfect, almost like perfect rap songs. The cadence is perfect. The way the lyrics cascade and fall perfect. So
for sure. Yeah, and back then, like I didn't really know about Gangstar, and even like KRS came a little bit later for me when I was in a like a program, like a residential program, because I was cutting up when I was younger, and then in there when I was a teenager, that's when I was put on to KRS. But the start of it all, I would say, was like Nas, and I was listening to Tupac. Like I think my first hip hop album was Still I Rise. So I'm a little younger than you, 2Mex. Like I'll be 33 next month. So but my older brother's 38, and so
33. Ugh.
I'm so old.
Nah.
No.
Oh man, 30 to be 33. Anybody in the chat room that's broken like me, dude, I cut my other leg off to be 33. That's the other 30. You're at the golden age, dude. You're at a golden age. So in Orlando, like, my experience with Orlando Underground, if there was any, was people like was kind of like battle rap.
Oh yeah.
I was like, there was like grind time.
Grind time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then
Mad
there
Ills,
was
I came up with him.
Mad Ills. Respect to Mad
He's
Ills,
like a
bro.
older brother type.
What was the other homie from Florida? That tall Latino dude that was real fucking dope. He used to date a old female battle rapper too now.
Oh, Johnny Storm.
The big Johnny Storm
That's
fan.
the homie.
I love, dude, big fan.
Yeah,
I love how he had that weird Joker smile, and he'll just serve motherfuckers, and you know what I mean? Like back when battle rap was fun.
Style is for sure.
Johnny Storm. I'm a fan of Madness.
Yeah.
Madness was dope, and but there was, even before that, my one Shapeshifters a couple times went to Orlando, and I got to play a couple of times. Yeah, I got to play Miami a couple of times. But there was this dude who had a magazine out there. It was like a trade mag, and he had I did a comp.
Insomniac?
Was it Insomniac?
I think
Yeah,
so,
and he would put out these dope comps with like MF Doom, and that was my Insomniac. Shout out to that dude. He once I was blessed to put a Mindclouder song on one of his comps, and he was exposing me to Orlando Underground,
Nice.
as far as I could, like, that was my only.
There go the fireworks.
Oh yeah. Shout out to the Cambodians. They fucking they got, dude, who has millions of dollars to spend on fireworks
every night?
Cambodians. You know what? They honestly they pop so many fireworks. Somebody told me that it's like a subliminal message to not come in this neighborhood.
Nice.
Which is pretty. I mean, like
stay out.
Sometimes I get picked up by a Lyft, and they'll be like, "Man, I hate this neighborhood because it sounds like gunshots all the time." And it's like, I think the Cambodian food is like, bam, like to make you like not want to. Yeah, it's some subliminal shit. Or they love fireworks to a degree that I can't comprehend my mind around. And or somebody here at some point won the lottery and they decided to spend $1 million.
Like every night they're winning scratch offs.
70
fireworks,
dude. They pop. I've been living in Long Beach for a year and a half. They pop fireworks from about April to December.
That's crazy.
Like you know what I mean? But anyway, so Orlando. So you grew up in Orlando, and then so your brother rhymed. Okay.
Yeah.
Really, and then that's where you started rhyming.
I mean, he definitely, he influenced that. But it was more so once I started listening to certain hip hop, then I was, cause I've always been, like I said, into music, and it's in my family. Like my dad sings, mom plays guitar. My grandfather from Iran, he was like a famous poet in Iran, and he like wrote a lot of traditional Persian lyrics for Persian songs back in the day, like famous ones. And so I've always had the music, but then with the hip hop, like my brother kind of got me into it, and then it was just popping in the 90s. So then I started linking up with more people that were into it and what I was into, and we would just like cipher. And I remember starting to write raps in like 6th or 7th grade, but I remember the vivid memory I have is when I first started writing was, and I've always been into poetry. I've always been like a good writer and loved, just like that's been my outlet always. And so I was in detention in like 7th grade, and I'm like writing these raps, and I was passing them around to the homies that were in there, and I was just like, "Is this good?" And they're like, "Yeah, this is great." And it was probably freaking horrible at the time, but yeah, I mean, I just started writing, and it empowered me,
Yeah,
and so
yeah.
I kept going with it. It was just fun for me.
You're I think when someone, like I said, if you're a fan of a connoisseur of lyrics and hip hop,
Mm.
when someone watches you perform, I think impactful
Mm.
is the right man. Like I said,
Thank
when
you.
I first saw you rhyme at Sapa Southwest, I was like, fucking dope. You know what I mean?
Thank
I
you.
gravitate towards dope shit, and then we have mutual friends, and all of our mutual friends are dope.
Yeah, I know.
And
Swan was like, "Yo, 2Mex is filming you." I was like, "Oh shit!"
dude, that those like I said, I never I don't think I owned a Soliloquist of Sound record,
Yeah,
but every time I saw them play, I was
so
like,
good,
damn, these fools are I was like, damn,
so
they got a
good.
band and
Da
everybody's
Vinci,
killing. Oh, yeah. I was like, everybody's killing it. I was like,
so
there
good.
was a band from the Bay called Crown City Rockers,
Mhm.
which kind of like, I was even like, Crown City Rockers got it. They've got that unity too. You know what I mean? You guys, and how did you meet that brother?
So, my brother, he's a skater, rollerblader, and we used to have a skate park back in our area back in the day called Badlands, and I skated a little bit back in the day, but then I got injured, and I was like, "No, this is not." But my brother, he went pro for like a little while back in the day, and but
Dope.
anyway, he would skate with Swam at Badlands, and so Swam being the person that he always everybody know Swam, he would always be selling CDs out his backpack. Always, always. And back then, tapes.
Yeah.
And so my brother met him through skating at the skate parks, specifically Badlands, classic Orlando. It was in Longwood, but yeah. Um, yeah, so he met him back then and got put onto his music, and then Soliloquist started working together, and then so he started listening to Soliloquist. And I remember I was listening to a lot of crazy down south shit, and my brother's like, "You gotta listen to Soliloquist of Sound. They like have a lot of positive stuff. They're really good, positive message." And this is at a time where I started to become more open to kind of my spirituality and just being more open to conscious music. And Solila was one of the first local people that I got put onto that were really on a different, just entirely different tip, and I still really enjoyed their music. So I was listening to them for a few years, and then around like when I was 18, 19, I started going and doing open mics. And then Swam and I officially met. Like I had seen him around and stuff, and I knew who he was. But when he saw me rock at this open mic, he like came up to me, and that was when he first started really getting into making beats. And he was like, "Hey, I'm starting this." He started it a little while before. He started starting this label called Second Subject, and I really love for you to possibly be on the roster. Let's try to work on a couple tracks and let me see where you're at.
Dope.
And he like threw me a random Alias beat to rap over. He was
Oh,
just like,
Alias
yeah, he was
from
just like,
Anacon.
yeah, he was just
Word.
like,
Rest in
here's
peace.
this, yeah, rest of, he was like, here's this Alias beat. I want to see what you do with it. And I went back to my little shitty studio set up at my house, my little shitty mic, and I recorded.
Yeah.
I recorded some shit over an Alias beat and sent it to him, and he was just like very impressed. And then we started working together, and we've built a vibe and a relationship. He's like fam, and yeah, history.
Dope. That's dope. That's what. See, these are the things I've always. I'm such a fan, dude. I just want to know all these like real those stories. I love
Yeah, the
that.
history
Yeah, dude, Alias beat. That's tight. Rest in peace, to that brother.
for sure.
Didn't he punch Merce once? I think that's why I liked
Did
him.
he?
Didn't he punch? I already punched Merce in the face once. I thought
Damn.
that gets a lot of respect from me.
Damn.
So shout out to him, man, and those brothers. I had a long winding history with Anacon, my damn self. So respect to those brothers. Now
sure.
we went through a lot of wars and great shit though. In fact, that's how one of the first times I met Sage Francis was on that tip when I was kind of beefing with Anacon.
Oh shit.
And I seen him at an airport, and we stepped to him like, "Yo, fuck this," like all
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
And he was just like, They just put on my records, man. He was like, I'm not like fucking with him or whatever. But anyway, so dude, that's so right off the top, as you first started legitimately recording, you had that brother as a mentor.
Totally.
That's what's up. That's what's
Yeah.
up.
I mean, I was recording a few years before that, but I really didn't have the direction I
You
think
gotta
and
build
guidance
momentum. Yeah,
that I
yeah.
needed, and I'm just really grateful that he stepped into my life when he did, because it definitely just put me on a whole new path of staying on my toes and having a different standard for myself, especially being a woman in hip hop. And a
Which
lot of times people just kind of
it's
giving us
three
a
times as hard being a
yeah,
woman
and
and
then
hip
and then
hop, and
also
woman
just
in
this
anything.
vibe kind of like, well, if you're a chick that raps, you kind of get passes like, oh, she's cool, and I never wanted that. I never wanted to feel like, oh, she's just cool. Like, I wanted to be, as good if not better than all the dudes. So
And you are,
thank
and
you.
it shows. Your music. There's a term I like to say. Your music reeks of effort. You know what I'm saying? Like it's real. Like
I mean,
I'm telling you,
I
dude.
do put the effort in for
Dude,
sure.
anybody that all my people that follow me, I'm a monster, real hip hop fan, and I fiend. Just think, I need my mind blown. I
Yeah,
can't listen
yeah,
to
because
shit.
there's so much shit out there.
I can't listen to fools not talking about anything important.
Yeah.
So
I feel
your music is really dope.
Thank you.
Also too. So I got a question for you, which is something we all deal with. And in fact, my boy Bruce Banner and his daughter Baby J are in the chat room, and
What's up?
they're her and her sister, they're like working on music and stuff. How did This is really important because like Bruce Banner's a hip hop head, so he's like a cool dad. How did you how did your parents feel the moment you told them or they realized that you wanted to dedicate your life to hip hop? Because I know that wasn't a pretty conversation. Because
No,
it's never.
I remember, I mean, obviously my whole lifestyle was, kind of surrounded around that at some point. And, there's a lot of, especially back then, there's a lot of positive things, but then some things that obviously my parents wouldn't want me involved in. But, you know, so back then it was a lot harder, especially with my dad. My mom was a lot more open and kind of more carefree, but my dad was, I'm his only blood kid. He raised two of my brothers, but I'm his only blood child and I'm his baby girl. So he came from Iran during the revolution, so he was very much trying to, provide a good life for me. And so he was scared, he's like, I don't want her doing the stuff she's doing and listening to the stuff she's listening to, and then now she's rapping and blah blah. So he always supported the singing aspect. He always knew I had kind of a natural talent with my voice, and he loved that, but he didn't like the rapping aspect so much back in the day. But
Yeah.
now that I'm older and he's seen that I've been able to turn it into more of a professional thing, and he's seen me rock,
He's proud of you.
yeah, and he's still,
they always, but they always, it gets to that point where like they kind of give up and they realize that you won, that you're like, I'm not quitting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he still has his moments where he's like, come on, just be a doctor or pharmacist or something, and you don't want to struggle for the rest of your life. But he also, I have to remind him, I'm like, listen, you don't want to spend your only time on this earth doing something that makes you miserable. Like, I got to be happy. And I think he's starting to finally feel more confident in the fact that I'm not just like rapping carelessly or making music carelessly. Like, I actually have a plan in place and goals, and it's a business as well. So he tries to support me as much as he can. He does worry about me struggling forever, but he definitely is proud of me and supports me, and my mom as well.
Dope. I got another question. When did you first get out of Florida? By the time I saw, South by Southwest, for those that don't know, it's some industry shit where you go to Texas and play a bunch of free shows,
Rap
and
reunion.
everybody plays, and it's a networking thing, and like it's actually, I don't know how productive it is as far as your career.
I agree.
But because I went to South by Southwest for a solid 10 years.
Dang.
And maybe one or two shows that I played had some kind of importance where something was popping or whatever. But dude, really, it's just a fun thing to go see every other underground rapper.
Yeah.
That maybe you
fun.
don't see or like you're fans of. But the point was, I saw you there. So by the time you're, no matter whether it's official or unofficial, by the time you're playing South by Southwest, you've obviously made a commitment to be in the industry and try to get things popping. When did you first leave Florida? Like, when was your first experiences of rapping outside of
outside of
Florida?
Florida.
Is it that who helped you get to the point? Like, you just word of mouth got you to tour?
I would
Or
randomly, when I would travel, when like some of my older friends in the scene were doing shows, I would randomly try to just jump on some like open mics. I remember I went back up to New York at one point and just rocked a random open mic when I was out there for going to was it Rock the Bells, like
okay,
some
yep.
years ago. And I would just randomly, if I was out traveling somewhere, I'd be like, let me try to find some open mics out there. And that really became my mindset of anytime I'm traveling, I need to try to make at least one small opportunity to be seen in the scene, so I can start building these connections and these bridges. And that's what I started doing. I remember I did like an open mic in New York, and then I went and did like end of the week. And I can't quite put my finger on which the first exact show was,
well,
out
not
of it,
for a
but
show,
then like
but just like when you were like getting momentum to come out of your home state, you know?
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. I was really just trying to take it seriously and started watching. And of course, I was inspired by some of the older heads doing tours and out of state shows. And so, like I said, anytime I would travel out, it wasn't tours at first, of course, but I would try to find open mics, try to connect with people in the scene, try to attend shows. And I just kept doing that and started building some connections. And yeah.
Dope. And we have a mutual friend and do the talented Chesky Ramos. How did you meet Chesky?
So I first saw Chesky, I don't remember what year it was, a long time ago, in Orlando, because he tours in Orlando and in Florida. And yeah, I first saw him at Back Booth in Orlando, and that was when my brother was visiting down from Cali because he was already up here. But yeah, I was amazed. Me and my brother both were amazed by him, and Swam had already known him, so he was at the show as well. And yeah, I just kept doing shows, and then he would come out and I would introduce myself. And because Swam knew him little by little, we started getting to know each other. And then I ended up like opening up for him a couple times in Orlando. And yeah, so that's kind of just like the relationship we kind of kept in touch. And then he found out I could rap, and then yeah.
So yeah, I mean, that kid is amazing. He's just
so good.
You know, I always tell the story of how I met him when him and his brother, he was like 18 years old.
Aww.
And he just came to my front door like, we're going to live here. Because little did I know that them and Cholo Lancinco had met and started doing toca, whatever.
Nice.
And I remember David was 17, I think, and
oh, wow.
Chesky was 18, and they just came to my house like, yeah, we're gonna live with you.
That's crazy.
And I was like,
so
at that time we were like, yeah, people were sleeping on the couch. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
hip hop was
life.
so like, yeah. So I was like, all right, who are these kids? And then I watched them over the course of 3 years plus make this record with
nice.
Cholo Lancinco, and little by little just became a fan. Like,
he's so good.
And then I got to tour with him, and dude, he was opening for me or something. I was like, this kid is trying to destroy me.
Yeah.
Every night. Fuck this shit. I was like, he makes you better because
totally,
you're like, oh,
totally.
fuck this. Like, I'm not going out like that.
Me.
Like, dude, I would watch his show every night and be like,
so good.
No, he's not blowing me. Like, I was like, this kid's blowing me out. I take that shit offensively, Like, I like it though. It's better than being like, sometimes you're like, everybody
ruins
in the build, like, whatever.
Yeah.
No, this motherfucker got you going for your guns every night.
Yeah.
So that's, I love that brother.
Keep you on your toes and shit.
Yeah, and one thing, as I was sometimes, now the radio show I do, I do the playlist off of Spotify, whatever. But before, even like when I had my other show on K Day, when I was like looking through your stuff, I'd play random songs like you dude. Once again, we're in the same orbit, and like I really appreciate your taste and like some of your collabs. You did a song with Quell that I like, and he's my fucking idol.
Me too.
Quell is like my idol. Same shit, man.
Bucket list shit,
bro. Same shit, dude. Quell, when he was in Typical Cats, we chose Typical Cats to open up for Visionaries on a tour bus tour.
Nice.
And got to know them, and we're like, and I was always like, they're dope, because Quasar sounds some Pheromone shit to me.
Nasty.
But fucking even Quasar, they're all dope, bro. Dennis and all them full of dope. Quell was like, golden child.
Oh my gosh,
Like I
so good.
just that for those that don't know Quell from Typical Cats or
Please.
Quell and Maker, Quell, all that shit, bro. These dudes, Quell has it. Quell's you know,
He was born with
he's
it.
Micah 9 to me, bro. He's got the he's you know, there's gifted people that are just gifted, and he's
Mm-hmm.
one of those dudes. So
So good.
so like I you know, I gravitated towards a song like You and Him, and you fucking dude, you take, you know, when it comes to female MCs, I honestly I'm gonna be real with you. I have to do a song with you, Bucket List,
I'm so
because you're
down.
talking to a dude that has done, like, you want to talk about Bucket List, like, dude, I got two great songs with Jean Grey. I
So
got songs with
dope.
Medusa.
Woo.
You know,
Legends.
I've got, you know, I've been blessed to even like on LA Underground tip, some female MCs that are incredible. You know, I've been
Mm.
blessed to work with some female MCs that I'm just like, you know, that are more even underground, you know, but just incredible.
Mm.
And you know, I've always, for me, the Lauren Hills, the Jean Greys, the Medusas, the Apani B Fly,
Bahamadia.
Bahamadia,
She's the
yes,
best.
Bahamadia, yeah, Bahamadia, man.
Whew.
She, you know,
That's a bucket list thing
her
for me.
speaking, dude, she spoke to me because I sampled her for Audible Angels.
Uh huh.
I told you know how she flipped the MC Light song.
Yeah.
So you know, I sampled. That's her. One of my biggest songs is called Audible Angels, and it's her. You know,
Nice.
Evidence sampled. You know, me and Mike produced that, so Evidence
Nice.
flipped that. And dude, she heard it years later, and was like, "Yo, that shit is fun." I was like, "Bahamadia is talking to me." You know what I mean? Like it's like the queen. You know.
Totally.
So to me, and my experience with Jean Grey, and I mean in a friendship way, and like I've toured with Jean and like Medusa and do figures of speech, all these female like Germ Free, like all these people I've been blessed to work with. To be honest, like one thing I noticed is that, and I guess in general, being a woman, because I guess most women, since they're born, everybody's just trying to like attack them. You know what I mean? All
Mm-hmm.
I feel like all women are, since they're born, they're just dodging people trying to molest them and shit. But
Mm-hmm.
for one thing I always found was that women, it's just three times harder.
Yep.
You know, so many stories of, dude, I was halfway done with this incredible album, but then the producer tried to get at me, and fuck it, the
Mm-hmm.
whole shit's gone to hell.
Mm-hmm.
This, and I was doing this, but then so and so, or they don't take me seriously. You know what I mean? They don't take
Mm-hmm.
my craft seriously. That I'm working on this,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, I've always, my experience with female MCs was always to see some incredibly talented ones, and just to see their always it being just so much harder.
Definitely.
How do you feel about that? You know, being a you know, a woman dedicated to the art.
Um. Yeah, I think one of the big things is we talk about, you know, having a platform, and there is a smaller platform, I feel like, for women. Um. So yeah, that's kind of a challenge. And like you said, people not taking you as serious, and it's hard, like if you don't even get the chance to show people what you do, because they already have that kind of preconception of, you know, as a woman, like what is she gonna do, she might suck, she's probably whack or whatever. If you don't even get the
Yeah,
chance, then that's already kind of, you know, making it harder for you. And then yeah, like you said, of course there's sometimes some hidden agendas or ulterior motives or whatever, with certain relationships, and things can get a little weird. But
yeah,
for
yeah.
the most part, I think I've been pretty blessed, like having a certain kind of mindset after a certain point, and just kind of knowing my shit and making sure that I don't get walked on as much as possible, and kind of holding kind of a certain standard for myself. I've been able to kind of pass some of those boundaries, but again, it
Good.
comes back to, I
That's
think,
awesome.
like us having a bigger platform, and also all women kind of holding themselves to a higher standard, so that nobody can say shit. That's kind of how I've always thought. Like if I'm just dope, it doesn't matter if I'm a female, because y'all ain't gonna say shit. Like I'll out rap you, and that's pretty much it. Like I need to be the best I can be, because that's what's gonna get me through. And it might take a little bit longer, it might be a little bit harder, but I don't want to give up, because I think it's really important for us to keep growing the base of women in hip hop, and dope women in hip hop who take their crafts seriously, you know.
and it once again your shit reeks of effort, and I
Thank you.
and you're you're not gonna appreciate that because like I said, even like me personally, growing up in the hip hop scene, I won't break out any names, but there's one or two times in my you know 30-year adventure where I dated someone that was like a femc, right, female MC,
Mhm.
and in one particular case, I dated someone that was a female MC for on and off for a couple years, and it was always like we have to keep it a secret because I don't want people to think that you're only working with me because we're in a relationship.
Right.
And I would be like, you're and this person is dope. Dude, I have some of my favorite songs. I probably have 25 songs with female MCs. This person that I dated was a dope ass
Nice.
motherfucking rapper, and
Nice.
I would always be like, no, I'm fucking with you because you're dope. Like, you know what I
Right.
mean? Our music is dope. I get it. So then that's where I had to learn that lesson of, damn, when women have to really psychologically think of these kind of things that
Mhm.
men don't really,
Calculate.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
I had never thought of that concept of like, oh, I would always be like, fuck what everybody thinks, but then I'd be like, I guess it makes sense that people you're really protective about the way you want to perceive things when it comes to that kind of thing.
Totally.
And only once or twice, like I said, but like I said, I've heard as being friends. I'll tell you this, dude. I have a lot of women that I'm close friends with. A, because I don't try to fuck every person I meet. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
good.
women were like, I like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're like, hey, But one thing I've like I said, a lot of female artists, whether it was, I have a talented female producer friend,
Nice.
and I swear to God, just barely, let's say in the last year or two, she's finally dude, I've been almost like to the point of yelling at her for years, like,
That's work.
no, no, not even less work, because no, no, not even, but more like, stop letting men hold you back. You know what I mean? And it
Nice.
would always be like, damn man, I did these 7 songs but at the studio, but the dude now he's trying to holler at me, and this fool not giving me my master. I'm like, wild shit. And and I have these stories from some of the biggest female rap stars in the game. I've had these conversations, you know what I mean? Like, I've been blessed to play shows with like Raw Digga, and you know what I mean, like all these like just legends, dude. And like I said, to be a I definitely, in my experience, befriending female MCs, I've always seen how hard it is. They have to work. I mean, dude, Jean Grey in particular, to me, is destroy. Dude, Jean Grey destroyed me. If you ever want to hear me getting destroyed on a song, listen to Big Beat Walkthrough on the Sun Got Suns album. Dude, I kick about 30, I go 36 bars hard, and Jean Grey drops like 56 on me and just smashes me. Like,
Nice.
and then she smashed me so hard, I was like, let's do another song, and she smashed me on that one too. We did 2 songs.
Nice.
We did 2 songs in one day, and it was like, the first one, I mean, I was just like, dude, just, I have a lot of respect. And then for me, I love female voices.
Yeah.
So I'm addicted to like female recording artists like Alanis Morissette, Fiona Apple, all that shit.
Oh yeah.
But dude, to me, when a female is like, I mean, because it's all about wavelength, Your brain, when your brain is on, when your brain is clicking and you're on it, when you're dropping that Nas verse, when you're in the pocket, there's no more beautiful thing in life than to hear someone in perfect rhythm expressing themselves and then saying something original.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Agree.
So how I have some more questions. I wanted to ask you also, how do I express myself? So where we're at in 2020, because I'm not trying. What's the name of your first album, and give me a synopsis of your first album, and what year it came out, the label, just for people that don't know.
First album was Dark Trust, and
Dope
the
title.
first 2 albums we ended up releasing as a group record with myself and DJ SPS, because we started touring and doing shows together, and so he came in kind of like halfway in on that first album, Dark Trust, and started doing cuts on it and working a little bit with the production with Swam. And yeah, that came out in 2013, I believe. And then, I had done recordings before. That was the first real album I actually dropped. And then,
Hold on
or
one second. Hold on. Let's. Anytime anybody calls, they're subject to be on the air. Hold on one second.
yes.
Hold on. Yo, what up? Yo, what up? Exist Stereo from the Shapeshifters. I'm just saying. I just said your rap name because I'm interviewing E-Turn and shit. What's poppin'? Talk to me. No, 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 no. We always interrupt everything for a phone call. Seriously, especially when it's the homie and shit.
You're on air.
You're on the air, bro. So just yeah. So don't talk. Just don't talk drug shit. Anyway, what's poppin'? Okay, cool. You know what? You know I'm waiting for this crack. Please, bro. I love you, bro, and I want to see you. AWOL was here yesterday, and
oh, nice.
and Deesky said he's coming this week too to pick up some devil's lettuce. So, dude, what's popping and shit? Yeah. Oh, also, dude, I just heard about your dad, bro. I'm so sorry. I didn't know. Fool, I'm out the loop. I'm out the loop. I didn't know until Deesky told me today. Yeah, I know, nigga. I know. Yeah, no, I that's what happened to me. Damn, insane. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I know. I know you told me you had a stent. Fool, you had a fucking catheter in your heart, and you were smoking a bong on my porch, and the smoke was coming. Remember you had some. Remember that one time you had a fucking catheter in something in your lung, and this fool smoking bong hits on my porch, and the smoke's coming out the hole and shit. I was like, this motherfucker won't. I know, bro. You're the original roach that won't die. Yeah, well, that's why. Oh yeah, you lived there before me. Well, dude, that's why I know I'm not gonna die. Cause if, dude, you're not gonna die, then how the fuck I'm not dying, bro? Cause like you should have died 17 times. You know what I mean? You should have died like, you should have died. You should have died for years. So you know what I mean? Dude, yeah, dude, they had to take a catheter out of my chest Friday because the plastic was putting bacteria in my blood. I know, fool. You were smoking. Yeah. Well, dude, you were a special kind of crackhead. Like you're on a whole nother level, bro. Like good, brother. Well, shit. Just let me know when you're in town, bro. I'm over here doing the deep dive interview. You know what? When you get in town too, let me interview you too, bro. Cause this is like kicking off my interview series. E turns in town. I was like, fuck this. I have like I'm a fan. You know what I mean? So I'm over here too. Yeah, yeah. I know.
Sons of Anarchy life and all that shit.
Yeah, but you gotta come do an interview. But yeah, bro, just let me know when you're in town, and when you get in town,
I'm coming the 17th to the 24th. I'm
then
spreading my dad's ashes on the 20th, which is Friday,
yeah,
and so all weekend, like Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I'll be around.
we'll tell dude, Hazard and all
I'll just
them.
touch base with you when I get to LA, and we'll make a solid plan.
Yeah, yeah, we will, brother. All right,
All right, I
all right.
love you.
I love you too, man. Take care.
Have a good rest of your interview.
Yep, you too. All right. That's how we kind of do it. Like people, like
Yes.
my mom will call, and my mom will
Oh,
call,
that's
and now
great.
it's like I gotta talk to my mom. So
That's
let's
great.
go back. We're gonna rewind a little bit, cause dude, there's people in this chat room that are like being exposed to you and talking to me, and people are saying amen to like your words that you're saying, and
Oh, word.
shout out to everybody in the chat room. Let me just give a quick
Yes.
shout out. And we're gonna go right back to that question. You know how we do this shit. Dope. Your art IG we can follow. Yo, oh yeah, what's your IG right off
Oh,
the top?
it's at eTurn Music. I made a comment in the thing while you were on the phone,
Okay,
so it's
eTurn.
exactly
Yeah.
whatever shows up
So
in there.
eTurn Music, Bruce Banner. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna go get back. I
Yeah,
gotta
IG
take
is a good way to follow me because I'm most present on there.
word up.
Everywhere else.
Victim 13. We have a young impressionable female MC in the chat room.
Hey,
Victim 13, what's up?
shouts.
Bruce Banner. Okay, cool. So we're gonna go back to that Lego my Craigo. Oh shit, what up, Craig? Courtney, tell him to say what up. I will, Craigie. I haven't been looking at the thing. Yo, mama 69. All my people are here. Lego my Craigo is in the house.
What's
All right,
up? What's
cool.
up?
We're gonna continue with the interview. You guys know that usually I spend the whole podcast just interacting with you guys, but we're doing this interview. So let's rewind a little bit. That you know how it is. People call and talk. People call and yell at me or whatever the fuck happens. So
That's amazing.
that was Exit Stereo. What's up, Craig? I love you, Craig. Okay, so go back and just the first album once again to break that story down. I apologize.
No, you're good. Yeah, Dark Trust dropped in 2013. Swam and I had been working on it since about probably the end of 2011, and which was sort of in the beginning of when we started working together. We probably started working together in like 2010, and then we were just building, and he was working on beats, and then really started diving into the album in 2011, and then finally dropped it in 2013, and then cool story about that was the first ever time that I got to see KRS live
Dope.
was right like a few days before my album release was supposed to happen, and he did randomly sometimes he'll jump in the crowd and do a cypher with everyone.
Yeah.
And so I got to jump in the cypher, and my old manager at the time, she took a video, and you just see his face when I jump in the cypher, and he's just like
killing it.
he's like, ah! And so
'Cause
like
he knows
the weekly like made an article about it, and I ended up selling out my first album release.
Because that'll make your whole year. Like a KRS once.
Yeah,
Like
he was just like, ooh,
dude.
and the whole crowd was losing it, and it was so amazing. But
he's the god MC. He really is the greatest.
And then since then, he jumped in one of my music videos for the last album, the first Fake 4 release. And I did some shows with him in Texas. I just opened for him in Orlando, and like he knows who I am now, so that's really dope.
He if any I've been blessed to do 3 songs with KRS One and play with him a couple times. Dude, he is the god MC, and he is the whether you like him or not, or whether you like his politics, or you know what I mean. Everybody's got all besides our music, everyone's got their own personal politics. It's like I love the Smiths, but I'm not into Morrissey's politics, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I love the Smiths or whatever. But KRS One is the god MC, the greatest MC, and if ever when he shines on you as an underground MC, that can make your year. You know, he's blessed me a couple times, and it just, that's dope. And then so the first album, all of your records, where are they available for? Let's just get into that early.
You can look them up anywhere. They're on all.
I mean, where can they buy them where you get paid?
So my Bandcamp, which is the first 2 records, are on my Bandcamp. They were dropped under Second Sub, but basically I distributed them.
And what's it called? What's your Bandcamp called?
It's eturn.bandcamp.com. So eturn.bandcamp.com. And then the last record that I dropped with Fake 4, I believe it's fake4.bandcamp.com. Or you could just Google eTurn, E-turn Young World. Bandcamp's a good place to buy it, or if you're streaming, just stream it wherever. And if you want to support, buy a shirt off my website or whatever. eTurnmusic.us.
Super dope. I'm trying to be good enough to put a record on Fake 4. I'm over here like talk
Whatever.
every record, dude. Every album. I even was talking to Chesky not too long ago because he hit me about being on one of his records, and I was like, "For you ever gonna put one of my records out, bro?" Like I was like, "I've got this new record, and I'm actually waiting. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but Madlib hit me up
Oh wow.
and offered me some
Sick.
beats, and so I'm waiting to hear if I'm
That's
I'm
sick.
pretty much done with those one record, but I'm waiting. I'm like I'll stop the shit and wait to see if I
Hell
can
yeah.
catch one beat from this dude.
Ooh,
But
sick.
anyway, so and your last record's available on Fake 4.
Yep, Young
And
World.
and dude, for those that don't know, I mean, some of you guys know we talk. I know Lego Micrego knows because Lego Micrego is the biggest Chesky fan. Um, Fake 4 independent record label, great act, Dark Time Sunshine. Oh my God, Paranoid Castle, which Factor and Kirby Dominant. On a whole quick side note, Kirby Dominant, he made an album called Curb and Chris with his cousin Chris Sinister, and it's all them rap. The whole album is him rapping over 80s, right? I'm the biggest, by the way, if you can't tell by my posters.
Yeah.
I'm the biggest 80s. I have like 15 other poster. I think another poster
Nice.
just came in right now. I think it was
So you were in love.
oh dude, I love the 80s. And he's just rapping over Morrissey and everything. Dude, check out Curb and Chris. I think the album is called Niggas and White Girls. It's out of control. Z-Man, Merce, they're all kind of Micah Nines on it. It's so every time I see Kirby Dominant for 15 years, I just look at him, I go, and I'll just be like, I would have went to China for the vagina, because he actually says that in a song. He says that in a song, and I would see that fool like in New York or anywhere, and I'll be like, I would have went to China for the vagina, and the fool just laughs at me.
Speaking of Micah 9, if you want to catch us rocking together, that's on the last album.
Dude, you did a song with Micah 9, the God right there, the greatest
another bucket list item for sure.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's where your mentality's at. You know what I'm saying? And that's the right mentality for I'm on your wavelength. You know what I mean? It's like that's the wave. You know, like that. Everybody's on their own tip, but to hear a talented artist that's like gets excited that Karis won. You know what I mean? Like that. It's so. When it comes to underground hip hop, I always tell people it's important to who it's important to.
Yeah.
Because people are always like, fans are always like, I don't understand why the world's not onto you. Like, I love you.
Yep.
But like all my friends are like, they think it's whatever. I'm like, it's just for you.
Yeah, I do get depressed sometimes though, like especially with people like, I mean, all of us pretty much, but like Swam and Quell and all these cats. I'm just like, I wish you guys were all super rich and famous, and then you see them kind of like not doing music anymore because they gotta take care of their families and they can't support their families with this rap shit anymore, and it just like breaks my heart because they're so talented.
But they're still but they're still. Dude, I did a show last year where Quell opened up for Visionaries and we opened up for Hieroglyphics, and I hadn't seen Quell in a solid 5 or 6, and I'm in the backstage with this dude. And of course, I'm like, I see Quell. I'm like, he's like, I'm waiting for you, Alex. Like me and you in the room just chopping it up, you know, because we're tight like that. And I was like, and I swear to God, this is how gangster Quell is. Quell's like, we're talking and shit, whatever. And then he's like, I was like, what song is he gonna do? And then he goes, and he just looks at me and goes,
I don't know
yet. No, but he looks at me and he goes, so what's your hot verse right now? Like, what's your most difficult? Like, what's your most impressive? You know how you kind of keep the one in your pocket that's like you're hot and fresh. Like if you had 116 to pull out in a cipher or on TV or whatever.
I gotta switch mine up because I've been doing this.
Well, you're
still my favorite verse, but
you're gonna spit a couple on here for sure, acapellas. But so Quell, he did that right, and he's like, "What's your hot verse?" So I hit him with my little most complex verse I got. And dude, he was like, "This is my hot one." He's like, "I'm not doing this tonight, but this is my like for the heads, for you, And this motherfucker hit me with a style I've never heard before. And I was like, this fool's still creating new styles that I've never heard.
He's so good.
And Micah 9, is in that universe, and it's just we're blessed.
Do you know what he did on? I don't want to say it because I want people to go.
Okay, well, where this Micah 9 song is on the Fake 4 album?
Yeah, it's on Young World. So if you just look up E-turn Young World, if you want to put Bandcamp in there, you'll see it on the Fake 4 Bandcamp.
Definitely copper her.
But check what Micah 9 did. Some crazy shit on my track. Like I
super
could
dope.
Mind blown. Like it was calculated, and it was just crazy.
I'm gonna check that out tonight, and I'm gonna play it.
Crazy.
I'm gonna find it and play it on my show this weekend. So to all the 2Mex, everybody that peeps the hologram radio on 101.5 FM on Saturday nights, well, that Micah 9 song will
And
be
if you
on.
figure out what it is that he did, hit me up or hit 2Max up and be
We'll,
like,
we'll talk about it. Yeah,
because
we'll
like
talk
if
about
you
it.
know if you peep it, if you catch it, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, you could explain exactly what he did. But yeah,
Dope. I gotta check that out. I've actually there's on besides me randomly playing like your songs and shit. The thing about my show is that I've done the show for 20 weeks, and maybe like one song I've played twice, two songs. You know, I try to hit people with 2 hours of every time. It's like new shit.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna tell you is I've played a couple of your songs on my show, but at some point I've got to re up with Chesky. But there's gonna be, there's gonna be a 2 hour Fake Four takeover show.
Nice.
So I'm sure you know what I mean. There'll be more selections too from your record because
heck yeah,
we've been talking to Chesky, and Chesky's gonna do a 2 hour. There's a crew from out here in East LA called East of the River, and I let them do a 2 hour takeover show where they just played all their shit. They got about 8 groups in their crew, and it was dope.
Nice.
And I was like,
That's
dude,
awesome.
we gotta do. Visionaries is gonna do one after the new record comes out. Fake Four though, so we will be doing a Fake Four
yes.
takeover show. So be on the lookout for that. And Fake Four in general, dude. Dark Time Sunshine,
Ooh,
dude.
they about to drop some
Dude,
new.
I heard about it, but dude, Henri Osborne, my two favorite MCs, and Craig knows this. My favorite MC for the last year is Barfly, fucking Barfly, bro. Barfly, who lived on Craig's couch for a year and just was like a dandruff machine. And I let Barfly, who I let live in my house for 2 weeks until I realized that I couldn't afford to buy this full 18-pack every 4 hours and shit. Fucking Barfly. But anyway,
what's the YouTube? Sorry, what's the YouTube link real quick? Because I'm posting a little.
Oh yeah,
clip on.
it's just 2Mex TV on YouTube and Twitch. Yeah, 2Mex TV. We got it all locked in. And we'll take a second. What's up to Marcy Florian? The Truth, saying the truth. The album's dope. They're saying that your album's dope. Vic Vaughn.
Thank you.
Vic Vaughn, what up? Much love to E-Turn.
Thank
Jason,
you.
I just followed you. Word up.
Appreciate
Baby
it.
J.
Peace.
Okay, same as you two. Baby J always looking out. It said.
Is it live on Twitch right now as well?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, let me put it up here.
It said drop your IG. Yup, we got that. He said you're welcome. Hip hop all day. Word up, man. Shout out to everybody. Word up, Lego my Crego. And so yeah, Barfly. But so cool. So now you know where records are at. And the last one's on Fake Four. I knew you were associated with Chesky, but shit, I didn't even know that. That's super. I'm out the loop and shit. But so let's talk about the future, in the sense of, we know everybody, we're all home, COVID, all this bullshit. For people that don't know, supposedly Pfizer in the last couple of days has announced that, I've been paying a lot of attention to it, but Pfizer has announced that they've got a vaccine. Some other companies got one that's 94%. Supposedly by the end of December, they're gonna start providing dosage for hospital workers, and that everybody else should be getting this shit March, April, and hopefully, let's just say next summer, where the world opens up again. You know what I mean, and we get to back to some semblance of normality. What is you were on tour before. Were you on tour before COVID or during?
Actually, my last run that I did, I got back like 3 days before the world shut down.
Okay,
so it was wild.
And that was and you were saying that you were out here seeing your homegirl that you were on tour with. Tell people about her, cause
I was gonna give her a shout actually, because you were talking about women producers, and Lisa Vasquez. She's originally from Oregon, but she's finally settled down in LA, been wanting to come out here. And so basically, as I was saying, last year we went on a 2-month tour together all around the country. And it was crazy, and it was the first time we ever met in person when we started the tour. So it was definitely a wild experience, but all self-booked tour. And she basically moved all her shit out of storage, moved out of her spot right before we went on tour. and we just like she lived on tour, and then when she tour was done, that's when she was like, all right, now I'm trying to move to LA, and now she's finally getting settled in almost a year later, and she's yeah, I was like, my family lives in NorCal, so I was like, while I'm here, I want to take the opportunity, come see Lisa, and if I can see you and a couple of homies, I was just like, yeah, let me drive down here. So
Dope.
I've been staying with her for the last few days, and we've just been kicking it and catching up and being able to connect outside of the stressful, constant moving of the tour, which was crazy. And hopefully we're gonna work on a little bit of music tonight. But she's a producer and
How's that
vocalist
to
as well.
just tour with another female, just you and her holding the whole sitch down?
I mean, it was amazing, like, you know, just to come with that female women force, just queen shit, like, you know, holding it down. It's just an all woman tour. It was amazing. Again, it, you know, it's rough being in such close quarters with people, and that was the first time we met in person was when she showed up at my house to go tour. So it was intense.
It's crazy to just have to be a roommate with somebody for weeks, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, like being in a car all day long, and then you're maybe in a hotel, maybe
sleeping
on
at
a
fan's
couch,
house.
on a
Yeah. Oh
friggin',
yeah.
it's just it's intense, but it was definitely an experience.
I definitely
Honorary,
dude, Honorary and them are the kings of that. I mean, like Honorary and Grayskull. Shout out to JFK, or as I call him.
He's on that record too, Young World.
Dude, that's JFK, or as I call him, Jifk. He's fucking he's the fucking god MC. He's fucking so JFK, and I am such Honorary, dude. I've toured to Honorary. I fucking love Grayskull. I thought they were the, even with to be honest, you know, rest in peace to Idea. You know, I got an Idea tat. You know, I love Kathy and I love Mikey to death. I still, even with Ideas out of control, fresh as he was, I thought Grayskull was the dopest group on Rhymesayers. They were just like my favorite band. One of my favorite groups is Organized Confusion.
Oh yeah.
So to me, they were like kind of two dudes, both incredible spitters with two different styles.
Totally. So
great production.
Contrast, yeah.
Two big, dude. They were just super dope. So I'm a Monster fan.
Chemistry.
Shout out. So what is, and that's dope that you're telling me about that. So like I said, let's say the world opens up next summer. You know, God willing, knock on wood, whatever. What was, you know, once we get back to normal, what is the E-turn plan when, let's say, the world opens up again? What's your like immediately like next year plan? Is it a new record?
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to work
continuing the tour.
Yeah, I'm trying to work on a new record right now. I'm just kind of making new tracks, some shit with Swam, maybe working with a couple other producers, trying to open up the that a little bit more, because I've just been so stuck with working on shit with Swam. I mean, you know, you build a relationship with a producer and you don't want to get out of that because you guys have built you just keep getting better when you work with the same producer, you know.
Yeah.
But I do want to kind of branch out a little bit and work with some other producers. But yeah, I'm working on music, and we'll see. I don't have a projected thing for new, but hopefully I'll be able to drop a new album next year.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of a dumb question because the world's shut down right now.
You gotta.
Like, it's like.
But I've been trying to figure out ways to make money, and I do some voiceover stuff. So I've been getting a little.
What have you been doing? Well, that's dope.
Mainly political shit recently.
Like you do like commercials and shit?
Yeah.
Like for Prop 23 and shit like that?
Yeah. Like fuck Trump commercials without.
Dope.
Yeah. It's just like it's this a couple different political organizations hit me up, and I'm just like, Trump sucks type.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I'm telling you, you guys know in the chat room, dude, I'll be in a movie. You could hit me in the face with a pie. I don't give a fuck. That would be my only scene in a movie. I've been in movies.
I did an indie movie a couple months ago, actually.
Oh, what's it called?
It's called Valentine Crush, and it's like a roller derby themed horror movie.
Dope.
It's all independent movie, but they had my music in it at first. The director was a fan of mine, and then they're like, we need a coach for the roller derby team. Do you want to fly? And they flew me out, and I had a little part in the movie.
And that's the kind of shit that in the future it's so something to geek out on. You know what I mean? Yeah. I've been blessed the same way. I've been in like little indie. I was in a slasher movie too. I think the movie's called Stay Off the App. It used to be called Killer Selfie, and it was like every time you put yourself, it was like a website where like if you did if you went live, like IG live, if you went live by the third time you get murked.
Oh my
That was
gosh.
so funny.
That's
Stupid shit
funny.
like that. But yeah, that's dope. You did an indie film. That's always good. That's always
Yeah, it's just like so much random stuff, just a little bit of income here and there.
yeah, yeah.
I'm
Inca,
not,
hey, dude. You know, we know how
it's
we
tough.
do it, bro. If it wasn't for trapping, I'd be out there. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
I tell people all
been
the
there, been
time.
there.
I tell people all the time that if I was telling you when we a few minutes into our conversation before we were on the air that if it wasn't for trapping, like or like not even if it wasn't for trapping, the feeling of being financially okay without having to rely on hip hop, dude, I undervalued myself personally. I undervalued myself for years
Mm-hmm.
because like an ignorant mule, I was like if I'm not making money rapping, I'm not gonna you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then I finally kind of grew up and was like diversify. You know, I should have listened to the genius. You know, you got to diversify your bonds, nigga. You know, like
Yeah, yeah.
that definitely.
Shoot, I don't. I'm when the pandemic hit, I started investing in a little bit of stock. I
Yeah.
was like, now's the time. So everything's super cheap, and so
Oh, dude,
yeah.
I shit. Was it Craig or who was I talking to today that we were like, yo, invest in airlines because the travel world is so fucked up, dude. When the travel world bounces
I
back,
tried to invest in freaking
yeah.
Spirit Airline, or was it no Norwegian, because their stocks got so cheap.
Uh huh.
But then they were like they might go bankrupt, so I was scared to
no,
do
like
it.
Delta. You want to fuck with like the
Yeah,
things that
but
aren't gonna go
those
away.
weren't as cheap, so it
Yeah,
was like
yeah, yeah. So
money
I'm
like
just
that.
kind of like, and in fact, I have a homie. Shout out to ill brother chat, fat like well blubber. If you know what's up. He fucking him and his dad own 20 Thai this out here. There's this bomb Thai restaurant called Original Thai Barbecue, and my boy ill brother chat, who the first person, ill brother chat and Raka from the Dilated People put out of Mexican Descent's first album in '97, and ill brother chat has like 20 Thai restaurants. He was telling me that he was like, you know, because of the pandemic and all these restaurants went out of business, he was like, it's time for us to strike, kind of, because he's like, dude, there's so many restaurants that went out of business. He's like, I might open up some new ones just to like, you know what I mean? Because when a lot of people aren't recovering, you know, it's a lot of shit going on. But
crazy.
But so yeah, I guess that question is loaded in the sense of we don't know what the fuck's gonna happen until the world opens up.
Yeah, because you gotta like plan for tours in advance.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
So who knows?
And so
when...
you're going back to Florida?
Yeah,
that's where you live, right? Orlando.
Less than a week, yeah.
Just in Orlando, and you just came out here on the West Coast to see fam and do some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let's tell people about that Minecraft thing that you're doing. Break that whole down.
Yeah.
Check this out. Hey, I know you motherfuckers out here, you fucking nerds are into this shit. So check this out.
So yeah, so recently, like I said before, B Dolan kind of really got put onto my music, and he's been doing a few different like online things and kind of just trying to navigate that world like everyone else has been. And his nephew, like my nephew, put him on to Minecraft and some stuff you can do in there. So he planned this Minecraft show where you actually go onto the server and you can like attend the show in Minecraft with your character and stuff. And the lineup is ridiculous. It's of course me, B Dolan, Mega Ran, Samus, Kimya Dawson, Eli, Rob Sonic, yeah, wheelchair
Telecatessen.
There's like super dope lineup.
Keep telling me. I'm gonna have to watch that.
November 21st, sorry. And so next Saturday.
So November 21st on where?
So here's the thing. So you can get on the server. So if you go to netherrap.com, netherrap.com, I think it's 1R. Two R's. Try it with 2 R's. If it doesn't work, do it with 1R. But netherrap.com, and it'll tell you exactly how, if you don't already have like a Minecraft account or a server, it'll tell you how to do it. And now we've got it where you can it doesn't just have to be like on your PC or computer. You can do it from your like gaming system if it's one of the newer ones. And if you don't want to go through all that, you can still watch it on the Twitch channel, which you can find that information on netherrap.com.
Dope. So Rob Sonic, oh, that guy's so dope. I'm a big Rob Sonic fan. And then who else did you say that I geeked
Eli, Kimya Dawson. Yeah, that's sick. I'm excited.
Oh man, I love Kimya Dawson, man.
She's awesome.
She is. We played what did we play on the radio show? Then we played Who's Got the Crack a couple weeks ago. I'm a big Moldy Peaches fan. I think her songwriting is brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then at one time I played in Olympia, and she like came by. It was
Nice.
so dope. Yeah, she's like, "Oh, you're playing? I'm gonna slide through." Like
That's
she's,
sick.
I'm a big Monster fan. Like that thing she did with Aesop Rock was dope.
The
But her
Uncluded, yeah.
stuff, dude, her like, oh, we played another one too on the show. We won't stop until somebody called the cops, and then again, oh, that shit. Kimya Dawson, dude, I'm not worthy. She's dope. That's so dope. So then okay, so you perform. You went and recorded pre-recorded a set. How many songs
I don't know.
was your set? You don't know how long your set was?
I think it was like 30 minutes, but
Dope.
I don't remember how many songs it was. But no, it was live. We're gonna do it live. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh
No,
yeah.
no. But we will be in there live, like
So your set's
moving our
playing, and then your
our
character moves.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be like attending, and I think all of them or some of the artists are gonna be in the world with you, so you can actually be like sitting there dancing with people and stuff in Minecraft.
Dope.
Yeah.
So you guys got to check that out. That sounds like some interesting. Craig, that sounds right up your alley, bro. I know you're big. Eli from the Living Legends.
Yep.
Lizzo will be in there. Craig, I know your favorite legend is Scarab, so I've taken you to a Scarab show. That's awesome. Like I got it. You gotta hit me before it, like the day before that shit pops off.
Yeah.
You gotta hit me up, or just throw me a reminder, like when you send people. I'll look it up and I'll find that shit. I'm gonna definitely peep it, cause that way, the day before it happens, I'll like throw it up. Or if you have any advertisement on IG, send it to me.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah, the day of or the day before, and then we'll try to see if some of our 2Mex TV heads. Like I said, you guys, I appreciate you guys hanging tough in the chat room.
Yes, thank you
you
so
know that
much.
we usually always. I'm
Appreciate
just the whole
y'all.
time. I'm like, somebody said
Checking out the
Mega Ran fan in the house.
Yeah,
That's what's
the
up.
homie.
Word up.
We did a song recently. Look it up. It's on his last record he dropped. I'm drawing a blank on what it's called, but look up Mega Ran's last.
Word up.
He's got Adele on there.
Oh
Adele
yeah,
Funk, yeah. And that's my favorite song on the track, even out of ours.
Yeah,
and stuff.
Adele's super dope.
He
dude.
kills it.
I'm
It's
a
like a
big
nerdy
fan.
gaming song, so it's cool.
Yeah, I'm a monster Dell fan. I'm a big hieroglyphics dude. Yeah, I'm a big casual fan.
Yeah.
The biggest mistake of my young MC life, the biggest mistake, and to this day I walk shame and embarrassment, is first Visionary album, because I was so into the Saphir battling casual, and I had, in my opinion, Saphir had won,
Yeah.
So I was like, serving whack MC like Saphir serve casual. The dumbest lie, and it's on wax, right? It's on the first Visionary. The dumbest thing I've ever said. And at the time, back in the day, Freestyle Fellowship's my crew, right?
Yeah.
Saphir was at Hobo Junction was actually real tight with me and Kiku and everybody, so they're my crew in a way. But Hieroglyphics, this is so long ago that Hieroglyphics there was like a secret tape that I released where back then Hyro was beefing with Freestyle Fellowship.
Oh shit.
And so it was like, Micah 9, you can't rhyme. Like all that. So it's like, Souls of Mischief kind of like on some like kind of throwing jabs at fellow, that's home team, right? So I kind of stupidly said that. But for the rest of my life, and you're talking to a dude that I've performed with casual like 15 times. Hyro opened up for Hyro. Dude, Opio's my dude, Raider fan.
Yeah, we did a show.
They're such great guys, all of them.
Him and Pep Love came down a few years ago, and I got to meet them and chill with them. They're super cool people.
They're so, dude. I went to Amsterdam one time to the Cannabis Cup, and I walk into the Cannabis Cup, and Opio just walks up on me, opens up his jacket, and hands me a Budweiser. Like I was like, yeah! Like I love hieroglyphics. I love Hyro, but casual. Going back to real quick to the casual thing, I said that, and as I listened to Casual's record and became I could spit. That's how it was. Like, you know what I mean? I could spit his whole song. Yeah. Dell.
That's how Swam is. He knows every.
Going back to Dell. Yeah, I'm a big fan. So every time.
AC Alone.
Oh, yes, AC Alone. Top 5.
Oh my God.
All right. Ooh, now you've opened it up. Let's do this. Let's do it. Top 5.
Oh boy.
Should we do 5 or 10? Because let's do 5. Top 5 greatest MCs, and just it don't matter who they are. 10? If they're old, new, I don't care if they're popular. Okay. Top 5 greatest MCs. from
this
E-Turn.
changes. So
It changes. I'm sure every couple years for all of us.
Okay,
Top
okay.
5 greatest MCs to like straight up.
See, because I kind of have like
You got.
I kind of have like
no
two
no.
lists.
Well,
Because like, well, I know here I can talk about it because like y'all know who it is and you know who it is.
Yeah.
But like when people ask me that who don't really know the underground world like that in the indie world, I'm just like, you're not gonna know who my top 5 are.
we know.
Okay.
We know right here.
So Quell.
Okay. At 5 or at 1? Where is he at? No one's gonna email
hard.
you. Oh, you just want to put the 5?
I'll just put the 5 out because
Quell from
depends
Typical
on my
Cats.
mood.
Okay.
Quell's in there. Shit, this is hard. Okay, wait. MC as in like
MC
ability,
as in
lyric, or just like what I like to listen to. Because there's people that I don't listen to as much, but I would call them God MCs.
Yeah,
and
that's
I
what
think
I'm
they're
saying.
tops. Okay, so this is like technicality, like as far as an MC.
It doesn't mean that you have to be in love with their whole
Songwriting.
catalog. It just has to be like, man, they're really the greatest MCs.
Especially since he dropped something recently, I gotta put Black Thought up there.
Okay, he's incredible.
Let's see.
Your list is already might be affecting mine, but go ahead. Yeah.
This is really hard,
dude. I
gotta put my boy Swanberger in there because
dude,
he's
those
such a
dudes
well-rounded
are hard.
artist, and like he could outspit anyone in my opinion.
Soliloquists of Sound.
Like
check them out. Please,
I wouldn't
if you don't
say
know what's
that.
Up.
Yeah, like there's like certain music that I might listen to a little bit more sometimes. Quell, I listen to his shit all the time. Like I love it. He's so good. But Swam, he is okay. I'm like hesitant a little bit, but I kind of might say Pharaoh Monch.
Dude, yeah, you are, dude. Yes.
I mean, my list was so different back in the day.
Yeah,
Things have changed.
Dude, Pharaoh Monch from Organized Confusion. I mean,
can we do 10?
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I told you that's what. Come on, dude. Pharaoh Monch, dude. I mean,
he's so nasty.
I mean, dude. What is it? Oh man, wake up to the mathematics of an erratic rap, rejuvenated around the soda, come automatic, poetical, medical, medicine for the cerebellum, my defertum, and sternum. Then dude,
I was just listening to something.
Releasing hypnotical gases. I am one who is one with all things. That's the orthodox I am, the paradox I am, the equinox extending my hand to the measure of the followers of the way. And revealed to me that it must be more ways, and so I play with rhythms, helping me to advance with wisdom. Words don't exist like vampires. Oh my God, dude. Okay, in 1991, he's 16 years old. In 1991, he said, "In 2010, every man will be subject to global warming, millions of locusts swarming." How the fuck does a 16-year-old in 1991 say that in 2010 every man will be subject to global warming? No one even knew in 91 what the global warming was. Okay, cool. That's your first 5. You got 5. Dude, your list is fat. You got 5. You got 5 more. Okay,
I gotta put Bahamadia in there.
The fucking queen, incredible. That's 6. Bahamadia from Philadelphia, in case you don't know.
Within the last few years, I've probably added Chesky in there.
Dude, yes. I mean, yes, exactly. Chesky from Fake 4. That's 7.
Yep. Okay.
Got 3 more, and you didn't put them in order.
Woo. Okay.
In the chat room, give me your own list too. By the way, everybody in the chat room, hit me with your list, and we'll look at some of yours in a minute.
I would say this one is just like one of my favorite.
This is about you and your personal experience.
Yeah. Most Def
is incredible as fuck,
I love
dude.
him.
I have nothing but I saw him. I booked him for a show once, and he kind of was at that weird stage where half of his songs were like
all that spiritual weird funky.
and
I met him in Czech a few years ago at hip hop camp. And he was on some weird shit.
In Czechoslovakia?
Yeah.
Oh, I know what hip hop camp is. Yeah, I remember.
I got to get on the stage while he was rocking. I didn't perform it. I was in backstage and I was geeking out. I'm like, ah!
Unfortunately,
but he was definitely on that crazy
He was
shit.
on that tip where he did his couple hit. He did like Miss Fat Booty and that. But dude, the crowd, there was big parts of the show where this kind of like spiritual fucking Hare Krishna shit was popping.
Yeah.
And he was just dancing. And he was dancing and kind of so he had a like echo on his voice, and he was like, "Go da da," like,
Yeah.
and he lost me right there. But
Yeah,
still,
I
he's
feel
he's
you.
a great MC. So that's 8. You got 2 more.
This is so much pressure.
No, dude, this is the kind of shit that makes me. This shit makes me happy to have these conversations.
I would probably put Andre.
Andre
3,000 on
3000.
there.
I think he's
I gotta
dope.
add some South shit up in there, and he's dope.
I think
as
he's
fuck.
dope as fuck. Word up.
Whoo, one more. Can we do 20? No, kidding. Okay.
Yeah, I mean you could throw 11 in there. Just keep we got one more, but you can throw an honorable mention. I mean, that's the beauty of this podcast. I mean, we can talk about this shit all night. Although I know you got to go to record, so
yeah,
we'll cut
so
that.
we gotta wrap it
But
up soon.
we'll wrap it up.
Okay, well, I'll
in a
do
minute.
one more. Trying to think.
The fate of the world relies
fate,
on the
fate of the world.
whoever this last slot is. You know what I mean? It's like
Son.
think of all the millions of MCs that are missing out. So you got
I feel
one
like
more?
I'm missing someone that I like listen to all the time or that I really like. I'm just drawing a blank right now.
Just skills, skill wise, and just like impressive. Underground, overground, it doesn't matter.
Let me just throw one of the kind of cliche answers in there, just because he had such a big impact in my life. I'll say Nas, but
okay,
I will say that now that I'm older, even though the over the span of the career, I can't really talk for that, but AZ is underrated as fuck.
I was about to say it can be
AZ,
one album worth of material. It could be like
AZ
just one classic album that got you.
AZ, like
AZ's
Nas
dope.
and AZ, I'll put him kind of in it because just Nas had a lot of influence on me.
I was never into AZ as much, but yeah, everyone always pumped him up, because I didn't get into it, and then I feel
like he was so underrated. His voice was so good, and I feel like he was a little bit slightly a better rapper than Nas, and like I don't know, man. AZ.
There you go, Nas and AZ. So that's E-Turn's top 10. If there's any MCs that you don't know about on that list, I suggest you check them out and maybe get influenced. We're gonna wrap this up. Actually, if I start giving my top 10, we'll take forever. But I'll throw one. I'm gonna throw it real quick just so she can hear it. I want to hear it. And then us on 2Mex TV maybe tomorrow we'll talk about it in depth because we're gonna wrap this up now because she's got to go record. She's only in town for a couple more days. My top 10 real quick. It's same kind of thing. I have to say, I'm 47 years old. Karis one.
Yeah.
Just the God MC, 3 or 4 to 5 albums of consistent greatness. And then ever since then, every now and then I just still hear him just killing it, Karis one. For me, I know it sounds weird. Number 2 is AC Alone.
AC Alone. I really wanted to put him in there.
I have an AC Alone doll. I've toured with AC. Freestyle Fellowship, my favorite
phenomenal.
group. I've toured with AC and at times, me and AC have been in a car fighting, and I wanted to fire him, and you know what I mean. Like, me and him can't seem to kick it in a hotel room, you know what I mean. But
he was way ahead of his time.
I love AC Alone. All Balls Don't Bounce, Freestyle Fellowship, Inner City Grills. I mean, just ahead of his time. You know what I mean? Just incredible. Song. I was lucky enough to watch him. I was lucky enough to be at the Good Life and watch him as in my young 20s and see him even before, to see AC Alone in 92, 93, it's just amazing. So, Karis one, AC Alone. Number 3, I'm going to have to say, for me personally, because De La Soul is my favorite group, Pasta Noose.
Nice.
I think Pasta Noose is the way he rhymes in code, I think is amazing. He just rhymes in code, and I just think it's the most beautiful thing. He taught me that hip hop can be like, no fool, you figure me out. I'm not dumbing down. You don't get what I'm saying. Too bad for you. Like, that's
what I like about Aesop Rock. Like,
that guy exactly.
Yeah.
That guy's great. So real quick, I'll just do 5, dude, and we'll go into 10 tomorrow. So Karis one, AC Alone, Pasta News from De La Soul. Oh man, these last 2 are gonna be hard. I'm going to say, just being real as far as being a fucking fan. Oh my God, as far as just having power, there's so many people like a quail to pull out of a hat. I'm going to say because I'm on some 50-year-old chick kind of vibe. I'm so old. Slick Rick to me. I was
Ooh,
very
okay.
influenced by Slick Rick. So that's number 4. And number
Nice.
5, I've said this before. Even though I don't sound like him at all, my top 5 MC, and he could either be 5 or 3, is Grand Puba
Nice.
from the Brand Nubians.
Brand Nubian.
Because he taught me, the one thing about Grand Puba is he taught me that in one verse, this fool was a Muslim. This fool was talking about hitting skins. This fool was talking about pussy, being a Muslim,
Yeah.
the gods in the earth, fuck the devil,
dynamics.
the white man's the devil. And then he was also like clever and funny and fucking like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he could just, in one verse, he was fun. He was human. He was a complete human in one verse. He was knowledgeable, braggadocious. Hip hop is misogynistic at times. It's misogynistic. Dropping knowledge, comedy in the same verse.
We gotta do a whole other section on the misogyny shit.
Yeah,
at some point.
yeah. I mean, hip hop is misogynistic from its origins, from the Jamaican sound clashing. The whole point of the origins of the hip hop sound clash was my DJ's better than yours. We get all the chicks. You know what I mean? Watch Wild Style. You know, it's like we get all the women, and hip hop is misogynistic, and that's just how it is. But man, we'll just keep my shit at 5. Tomorrow, everybody, if you didn't write your top 5 or 10 in the chat room, tomorrow the whole 2Mex TV crowd will we'll do the whole top 10. That'll be a good subject. As you know, we never have subjects on the daily podcast, but that'll be a good subject for tomorrow. And we'll talk about E-Turn. Everybody's homework, everybody that's in the chat room or whoever watches this tonight or tomorrow or in a week, do your homework. Listen to some E-Turn. And then next time bring it up in the chat room and we'll discuss.
Yeah.
I will let
Someone shouted out your sneakers. You got them dope green 97s.
Oh yeah,
on.
yeah,
Those
dude.
fresh.
I'm bored out of my brain, and so
Sneakers.
when people ask me what my dream is, and I was like, all I want to do is go to the mall and buy some shoes. Like I don't have no desire. I don't have no desire. Something you don't know about real quick. Dude, I was blessed enough to do a Nike commercial for the 20-year anniversary of Air Force Ones.
Oh shit.
And hopefully, like, it's supposedly next year. It's not even like a slam dunk yet. I did it though. Nike hit me and I did it. And so we're waiting.
Nice.
But all like during the NBA finals, I thought it was gonna air during the finals.
So
I was on some like, tomorrow I got some big news, maybe. No, that shit's next year. I didn't even know the shit was next year. But I am a Nike head, dude. I'm a big Nike. Yeah, I have no desire for any material things other than some kicks. So I've like literally, so yeah, thank you, man, for the shoe comment, because I honestly dream when the world opens up, all I want to do is go to the mall and go to like Chic or like just buy me like some.
I went to Chic while I was out here.
Yeah.
But I ended up getting these.
Is the mall open?
Yeah, it's open.
Oh, see.
But one of the Chics closed down because it says it was still open and it was closed down. But I went to the one in the mall. I didn't get anything from them, but I usually wear Nikes. I don't usually wear Adidas as much anymore. But I saw these and
they were like, fly,
super comfy, and I got them on sale.
That's
I got these from Foot Action or something.
That's what's up. So that's kind of like my thing, like just getting some just getting some shoes. That's kind of makes me happy, like a pair of shoes. You know what I mean? So anyway, we'll jump out of that. But like I said, E-Turn was in town. I have a tremendous amount of respect for her. We've chopped it up randomly, played a couple shows, and I was very like, I've always been a fan, and like when she said she was in town, I was like, we're at least doing a song, if not having a decent conversation. And because of the thank Platform Collection for setting up this podcast network to make it like, now this, you've just kicked off my interview series.
Honored.
And so I'm very hype, and I'm gonna promote the shit out of this for the next couple of days. We'll shoot a little promo before you leave right now. And so anyway, I want to thank. Oh, once again, just to reiterate, because it was a while ago in this podcast, let everybody know all your info. Like, where can they follow you on IG? Where
IG
can they
is
find
the
your
best
music?
place to go, but E-Turn Music is pretty much everything. So like if you go to IG, I have my link in my bios, my link tree. So all my links are in the link tree link. So at E-Turn Music, ETURN Music, eturnmusic.us. That's my website if you want to support.
You got
E-Turn
shirts?
Music on Twitter. Yeah, and I'm actually going to drop some new shirts. Actually, it's on my website already. So I got these super dope body positive ninja warrior We're working on a comic book too with the same character in it, ninja Persian ninja warrior princess shirt.
Cause you said your dad's from Iran,
Yeah,
right?
my dad's from Iran.
And your mom's?
My mom's from San Diego, but she's native and Hispanic. We have some Spanish and Cuban
Dope.
in us. Yeah, and my grandma's from New Mexico, from Albuquerque. So, but yeah, so if you want to support, those shirts are on my site, eternmusic.com. Cop the records on Bandcamp. I got CDs up there. I got vinyl. I got these super dope picture discs with the album artwork from Young World. They're crazy dope. I'm so impressed with how they came out. So you vinyl heads, like, cop a vinyl.
That's right.
But yeah, IG is the best place to go, and you can find all my links on there as well.
Dope. And we're about to get out of here. This looks like my dialysis spot. Hold on. We have to stick to tradition here. Hello. It's me. How you doing?
I'm fine. You already back?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I only went. Oh yeah. I've been fine.
Oh,
They
okay.
took the catheter out of my chest on Friday.
Oh,
I only went to the other DeVita for 1 day.
only 1 day?
Yeah.
So they did a COVID test already?
Oh, I've taken 2 COVID tests since then.
No, negative.
Oh, dude, I'm COVID free. You ever?
Oh,
I'm like
good.
OPP.
Okay.
You
So you still
COVID-19 free? Yeah, you know me. Alright.
you're still coming extra day, right?
Yeah. I just didn't come.
Okay.
I didn't come last Wednesday because I was working
Oh, okay.
selling
Wednesday. Do
weed.
you think that you can coming around like 8 o'clock?
On when? Wednesday or tomorrow?
Wednesday.
Okay, Wednesday. Yeah.
Wednesday extra treatment.
Okay. Yeah. 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
No problem. I'm there for sure.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Oh, you know what?
Oh.
Coming 8:15.
8:15.
Uh-huh.
I'll be there for sure. Thank you so
All right.
much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, that's my new song. You COVID-19 free? Yeah, you know me. Anyway,
That's so funny.
yeah, that's Allison. So, anyways, we're gonna wrap it up here. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. I learned a lot. You're in town. You're gonna record some music with your homegirl, like you were saying. So we'll let you go. Over here, it's fucking. I know it's early, but it's dark.
Dark. It feels
So,
so much
yeah,
later.
dude. And if anybody knows, shit, Bruce Banner was here earlier. You've been here at night, bro. It's like a fucking dark hovel.
So
It's dark out here, dude. Like, I'm never in my living room ever. Like, ever. I have lights. I have lights set up too, but I've never. I'm just, dude. I don't even know how to turn on the second mic. I'm an idiot. Anyways, we're out of here. I'd like to thank Etern for taking the time. I'm a big fan. I really, no fucking joke. Her music is top notch. It's fucking fire. I don't care if you're a female MC, male, your shit is fire as fuck.
Thank you.
And if you guys want to get into some good music, Etern, man, she's got some fire, and she's associated with really incredible people. She's an incredible artist, and she deserves all of our support. You know what I'm saying? Even like listening to her shit, check out her Spotify. She deserves support from real people that like real music. So we're gonna check out to all the 2Mex TV heads. Oh, let me just say one quick bye, and then we'll get out of here. Let me just say hi to everybody. Good night, peace, Craig, Lego my Craigo. I love you, boy. What's up to everybody? Yo, Kloster Kookie, thank you. Joe Mama 69, Vic Vaughn, much love. We'll do the top 10 tomorrow. Baby J, yep, Etern Music, thank you for supporting. Yo, the Space Coyote, what up? And everybody, man. So also too, tell your friends, Slick Rick is, yes, Karis wants Slick Rick. We'll get into the top 10 tomorrow. So thank you very much. We'll catch you tomorrow, man. I think I didn't do a show earlier today. I'm gonna do one tomorrow at 9 before my mom comes to yell at me about whatever and clean the house, even though the house is clean, with her hazmat suit on. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I love you guys. I will talk to some of you guys tonight. Si Dios quiere. And dude, support. Take care, y'all. Peace. Yeah, let me just press this button. What is this one thing I need to do? I'm blinded with that. Look, so you see, tell me if it says